Hello, everyone. This is the Sleeping Wendigo, and thank you all again for joining me for another episode of SCP-Saturdays. On this episode, we have SCP-939, Object Class Keter, Special Containment Procedures. SCP-939 1 3 1953 89 96 98 99 and 109 are to be kept in cells 1163A or 1163B, 10 meter by 10 meter times 10 meter by 10 meter by 3 meter contaminant chambers with an armed biocontainment area 14. Both cells are environmentally regulated and negatively pressurized, with walls constructed of reinforced concrete. Access to these cells are regulated by the outer decontamination chamber and the inner gas-tight steel security doors. Observations windows are constructed of laminated ballistics glass 10 centimeters in thickness, protected by a 100 kV electrified mesh. Humidity is maintained at 100% at a temperature of 16 degrees Celsius. Specimens are monitored at all times via infrared cameras. Level 4 authorization is required to access SCP-939, their containment areas, or their observation chambers. 939-101 is dismembered and stored in cryogenic preservation tanks 939-101A to 939-101M within Bioresearch Area 12. Access to 939-101 requires authorization by 2 Clearance Level 3 personnel, one of which must be present for all research and testing of the contents of only one 939-101 tank may be accessed at a given time. Core temperature of SCP-939-101 tissues must be monitored while removed from cryogenic preservation. Should core temperature exceed 10 degrees Celsius, tissues are to be returned to their corresponding tank and all testing suspended for a period of 72 hours. Bearing core temperature exceeding 10 degrees Celsius, research of 939-101 tissues may be continued as long as it rambles and pleas for release may be tolerated. Containment cells should be cleaned bi-weekly. While this takes place, SCP-939 specimens will be transferred to the adjacent cell during this time. The cell's door and observation windows must be inspected for damage and repaired or replaced accordingly. Heavy sedation of all at 939 is required before any interaction, including transfer between cells and experimentation, may take place. See Document 939 TE4 for transfer and experimentation protocol. Level C hazmat gear is to be worn by personnel during interactions with SCP-939 specimens and in any areas which SCP-939 have been known to inhabit. Afterwards, standard decontamination procedures are to be observed by all personnel involved to ensure no secondary spread of amnestic agents occur. Following Incident ABCA 14-939-3, all non-Class D personnel interacting with 939 for any length of time are required to wear 2 waterproof electronic pulse monitors for the duration of such interactions. These pulse monitors will transmit a wireless monitoring system independent of the facility's main power grid, with at least one backup power system on standby should both an individual's pulse monitors flatline or otherwise malfunction. The wearer will be presumed dead. Personnel instructed to disregard all wearer's subsequent vocalizations and a breach of containment declared automatically. Security personnel responding to such a breach are likewise required to wear these pulse monitors. Additionally, all live 939 must be implanted with subdermal tracking devices upon capture. Description: SCP-939 are endothermic pack-based predators, which display atrophy in various systems similar to trigoptic organisms. The skins of SCP-939 are highly permeable to moisture and translucent red, owing a compound chemically similar to hemoglobin. 939 average 2.2 meters tall, standing upright, and weigh an average of 450 kilograms, though weight is highly varied. Each of their four limbs end in three-fingered claws with a fourth opposable digit, and are covered in setae, which constantly argument climbing ability. Their heads are elongated, devoid of even vestigial eyes or eye sockets, and contain no brain casing. The jaws of 939 are lined with red, faintly luminescent, fang-like teeth, similar to those belonging to specimens of the genus Claudius, up to 6 centimeters in length, and encircled by heat-sensitive pit organs. Eye spots sensitive to light and dark run the length of their spine's dorsal ridges. These spines may be up to 16 centimeters long and are believed to be sensitive to changes in air pressure and flow. SCP-939 do not possess many vital organ systems, central or peripheral nervous systems, circulatory system, or a digestive tract, and all absent. SCP-939 respiratory system is atrophied and serves no apparent purpose beyond spreading AMN-C227, see below. SCP-939 have no apparent psychological need to feed nor in any way digest consumed tissue. Indigested material typically accumulates in the respiratory system of 939 and is regurgitated once the amount is sufficient to markedly limit its function. Despite the absence of many vital organs, 939 are capable of bearing live young. See Addendum 1016, 1991. SCP-939's primary method of luring prey is the imitation of human speech in the voices of prior victims, though imitation of other species and active nocturnal hunts have been documented. 939 vocalizations often simply imply distress. Whether 939 understand these vocalizations or they're repeating previous heard phrases of the subject is ongoing study. However, 939 acquire voices that's not currently understood. Specimens have been documented imitating victims despite never hearing the victim speak. Analysis of 939 vocalizations cannot distinguish between 939 and samples of known victim voices. Use of biometric voice recognition systems or identification systems in any installation housing 939 is highly discouraged for this reason. Prey is usually killed by a single bite to the cranium or neck. Bite forces have been measured to exceed up to 35 MPa. SCP-939 in exhale emit traces of an aerosolized Class C amnestic designated AMN-C227, causes temporary anergic amnesia, inhibiting memory function for the duration of the exposure, plus an average of 30 minutes. It is colorless, odorless, and tasteless, with an estimated ECT 50 for inhalation, or 0.0015 milligrams, as well ventilated in open air environments. Risk to exposure is greatly reduced but not negligible. AMN-C227 is typically undetectable in the bloodstream 60 minutes following exposure. Reported sensations of disorientation and mild hallucinations immediately follow removal from environments saturated with the agent are similar uses of the psychoactive substances and easily mistaken as such. Note 03-23-2005. This report perhaps to Morphology Alpha. For information regarding Morphology Beta, see redacted. Experiment log 914. After action report blank. Addendum 11-14-1981. A log of radio traffic between capture teams during Initial contact with 939 is available here. Addendum 04/11/1982 has been blocked off, but this is what it says. Due to 939's intense aversion to bright light, it has been deemed a minimal risk of escape. This is no longer a thing, so I will direct you to Addendum 9/20/1991. Containment of 9 SCP-939 specimens have been compromised following the Silent Night breach scenario in biocontainment and research of Site-06. Nearby civilian settlements have been evacuated in preminence of a coming storm. Recovery teams have been deployed into the area. Addendum 06/29/1987. Primarily, research into AMNC-227 suggests a potential use as a general-purpose amnestic methods of mass-producing the agent as well as possible adverse effects are being investigated at Biocontainment Reach 06. Addendum 10/16/1991. Redacted. In light of this, all interaction with 939 from September 8th to October 7th in the Northern Hemisphere or March 6th to April 4th of the Southern Hemisphere is strictly forbidden. No male specimens of 939 have yet to be identified and contain a Class B asnetic. Addendum 02/20/1992. Effective immediately. Use of AMNC-227 as an anesthetic is suspended indefinitely. Consult Incident Report AMNC-227-939 for further information. Hello everyone, this is the Sleeping Wendigo, and I hope you'd enjoyed this episode of SCP Saturdays. If you did, please remember to leave a like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss another video, and check out the links in the description below for everything you need to know. And as always, I will see you all next time.